You know what I love? What I love is when I have this idea that I'm going to look at my email and it'll just be a few minutes. And I realize, oh, it's only maybe 40 minutes later. After or as I am resetting up a second live stream that I did not plan on doing because the first one I made a mistake and didn't have the mic set right, which always sets itself normally by itself, and I always double check it, except the time I don't double check it, and then it's set wrong. So I did the whole video already once. So that happens so that I can do the bidding of Patreon, my overlord, who bids me, lets you know something. I find this hilarious. 45 minutes later. Now, I had some of you watching before when my sound wasn't working. I got one of you watching now. And I gotta wonder, did I even set it up right? Am I even live? It's been such a fascinating thing. But what I want to do, as hilarious as this is, this marvel of email, this productivity tool that manages to keep us from ever producing, as real as that is, and wherever I'm broadcasting this now, it'll get up there eventually. As marvelous as it is, it gets in our way. It's quite amazing. All that being said, I do need to provide you with something today, which is why I'm here. And again, you were shouting at me before that there was no sound. Now no one's talking at all. I'm very confused. I hope you're watching. But either way, public service announcement coming to you a la Rev Fisk. As requested by Patreon, my overlord. Now, Patreon's great. Patreon is where you, if you watch my show and like it when I'm not frustrated and bitter about my afternoon being not what I expected, if you support the show, you support all the work I do, you do it through Patreon. And Patreon is got to deal with something else that's coming down the pipe, and it's going to impact all of us. And they have asked me to reach out to you, those of you who make use of Patreon, and let you know that you have an email coming on June 1st from Patreon. This is their response to more than one locality and or municipality deciding to charge sales tax on some items being patronized on Patreon. Which ones? I don't know. Will it impact you? I have no idea. That's a mixture of whether or not podcasts and YouTube shows fall into some municipality somewhere's decision to sales tax it as a thing, and then Patreon's going to figure all of that out. And you may or may not have a ding of sales tax charged to your next support of my show. Does that make sense? And there's nothing you or I could do about this. This has everything to do with your municipality, wherever it might be. There are apparently ways I could help you if I reorganize how I tell you what I give you, but I don't think I'm going to fit under anything that isn't already protected. But I don't know. I'll keep my eyes open. Obviously, I don't want you to pay tax if you don't have to. But it's actually something that's on your end. And the reason I'm talking to you about this is because Patreon said that you'd like the news better from me than from them. I think they might also want me to make sure that you check your emails so you just are up to date on what is in fact required of you or expected of you by your municipality when it comes to supporting artists and or producers, creatives online, and how that interacts with the global market that Patreon is making use of and supporting and being part of, and which I then get my breadbasket from to some extent as well, a la you who would care enough to watch this video to the end. Yeah, so you watch your email. If you support me on Patreon, June 1st, you're going to have some information. You probably just want to look through at least the large fine print on before you skip the small fine print. And it should mean that, Uncle Sam, probably not, more like Uncle down the street, is going to take a few more dollars in sales tax from you than they did last year. That's what it comes down to. In any case, I hope that helps. And stay out of your email unless you really want to be there for a while and end up making videos on your afternoon. Watch for some new content from Pastor Kuntz and myself this afternoon in terms of bonus cast content. If you are a Patreon provider, supporter, you're going to get that right away today. The rest of you is coming out in the next 2 days as we head our way toward your Saturday morning chill, but it's still just Thursday afternoon, so we can't chill out just yet. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch y'all soon. Rock on.